season as far as scheduling-wise. Another top-ranked opponent coming up. I think they were ninth in Division III in the last power rankings.
Yes, they are.
That second quarter was a big quarter for you guys to get yourself back in the game. What was the difference from that first quarter to the second quarter?
Well, I think senior night, we need to settle down. You know what I mean? You saw this backcourt you just interviewed. They were rushing, took a few bad shots. Big G, who was dominating early, gets 2 fouls, recklessly, you know what I mean? Something we talked about not doing, and he goes out in 30 seconds and boom, boom, right? So then, those guys are making shots. So instead of making a run that we normally run, they're up 19-9. Once we settled in, you know what I mean? It's nothing against them. I just think the pace really caught up to them because, as you know, people think they can keep that pace, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? You run out of gas, and that's what happened. Because that's a really good group over there.
You guys slowed down Kingston. He really got it going, but
yes,
then you guys
in the first quarter.
Yeah, you got it going. Cam started pressuring more on defense. You guys started trapping him, making the other guys beat him. How key is that for those to understand, for your team to understand like their defensive philosophy when someone got it going like that early?
So one of the disciplines that I need us to have is when we don't have when you don't get a steal initially in our man pressure or in our Louisville, you can't just assume that every team's going to turn the ball over because of their pressure. So the discipline that you're talking about is just sometimes just getting in a stance and turning a guy and then making him take a contested 2, right? And not letting him get his shoulders past your hips. That's what we preach. And I think we did that to him once we settled down. In the first quarter, you saw he got whatever he wanted. And I was livid because he had, out of their 19 first quarter points, he probably had 10 of them. He was on pace to get 40 tonight. So luckily we did that, and he's a good player. He got his, but you know, you saw the result.
Yeah, lastly, we're coming down the down stretch of the regular season. You guys got Boston City League right around the corner.
Yes, we do.
You know, this is a big moment, especially for your seniors. How locked in have these guys been to close out the season the proper way? And how do you like the way they come in with the game, just like next game mentality, either win or loss? These last stretch of games that you guys have, because you guys came out on the winning end of a lot of these games against teams that are ranked highly.
Yes, we have. So, to your point, the next game mentality is something that we strive this year. As you know, last year, in my opinion, right, Wareham's a great group, Bourne's a great group, but we thought we let one slip because we were thinking too far ahead, right? In basketball, you have to, especially when you're playing against good competition, you have to have a one-track, one-game mind. And when you start thinking about games ahead, you slip up and lose. We were up 17 in the city championship game that you did last year, 33-16 and lost, right? We were up against Bourne 10 points in the second quarter and lost. So this year has been a heavy emphasis on next game mentality. And then for us, we feel like every game's a different challenge because every one we played has been different. You played your Boston United, your Fenways, your City League games, but then in my opinion, I scheduled the hardest non-conference schedule. We opened up at Len English, which is not an easy place to play. Then we go to Hoop Hall and play the #1 team in Connecticut, win that game. Then we play Newton South, who's a really good Division I team, well coached. A game we could have won. Then we play in back-to-back days, New York City back-to-back champs, and Springfield Central was the best team in Western Mass, Division I. So that our non-conference schedule, include Abington in that, our non-conference schedule has been really good, and I think it's preparing us to make a run in the States.
All right, Coach, congrats.
Appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you.